everyone, welcome back. Today is all Chanel. I have all the Chanel newness. Now, I want to get to this really quickly. It is not online yet. It will not be online for a little while. If you watch my live, that's going to go, I'm going to have it this week. It's a member live. It's the week of the 22nd. Now, I know there's high holidays right now, so if you're not able to make it, I totally understand. I'm going to do it later in the week, either the 24th or 25th, if you're watching this quote live, so that hopefully most of you can attend. Those are for members. I will post something as soon as I can for everyone else about the live dates for the collection, but guys, it could move, and right at the moment it's not a confirmable date, so I don't want to put it anywhere and then have Chanel come take my channel down. So that's why on the live I can talk about it, but I can't put it in writing right now. So today we're gonna have a holiday collection, which I'm gonna show you on my face. You're gonna see the entire holiday collection. I already have some of it on my lips. Today on my face, I'm gonna show you the 9-pan collection. That's what I'm calling it right now. I'll give you all the details of what exactly it is, but I will show you swatches today, so you can see the swatches. And then I do have one of the holiday kits, collections, whatever. This is the coveted essentials. This is the one that sells out the first. It is the hand cream, the Cocoa Balm satin, and the longwear nail color in ballerina, which is one of the most popular shades from Chanel. There are new sets this year. One of them has, and this is a sneak peek right here. One of them is a set that has Clair Obscura, the eyeshadow, in it. And then that's one of the most popular quads. And then it's got a mascara, I believe, in it as well. There are new sets though that are coming. All right, so let's dive in. Let's do first the 3 9-pans. We'll get to the holiday. Okay, here we go. The 9 pans. You'll see pictures go up. Guided by Gabrielle Chanel's visionary mantra, I want to be part of what is about to happen. Amy Drame and Cecile Paravina and Valencia, I hope I didn't ruin your name, Lee of the Comets Collective Chanel. This is before Jonathan Anderson, I think, starts very soon with his launch of it'll be in near Fashion Week, so it'll be spring next year. I always get confused how far ahead we are, but anyway, of the Comets Collective, the artistry energy into a series of new color palettes. The result is a celebration of innovation, creativity, and expert color craftsmanship. 9 highly pigmented shades in an extra large format, offering multiple effects, silky textures, and endless possibilities for a varied, expressive look. Okay, so here's the 3. So we're gonna do, the swatches go up with each name, and I'll talk to you about what it is while we do it. All right, the first one is the Daring Muse. Amy Drame reveals the boldness and power of women with a palette pairing greens, blues, and deep reds with metallic sheens and rosy golds for a glamorous yet modern look. That's my favorite. I like the Daring Muse the most. The next one is the Space Traveler. And the Space Traveler is passionate about science fiction. Valencia Lee draws inspiration from this universe to create her palette, blending intense oranges, cosmic blues, deep purples, and metallic effects, opening up infinite possibilities for looks. And if I look at that one, I would say that's probably my second favorite. It is the most balanced between what I would call mattes, satins, and like sparkly shades. That would be my take. And then the last one is Cecile, the New Singular. Inspired by classical and contemporary art, Cecile Paravina has produced a palette of 9 eyeshadows that mixes mineral shades, brown and brick, with bold hues, satiny purple, matte mint green, offering boundless creativity. That is my least favorite one. That one, it's not that it's not pretty, it's just those shades tend not to be as good on me. But I think there's going to be a lot of people who do like it because the olive green in there is amazing. There's a purple in there, that first shade, that's really, really good. And the yellow metallic satiny shade in there, it's yellow. Like, it's bright and shiny and strong, and it's hard to do a good yellow. It's also hard to do a really deep purple, actually, because of the pigments that are involved. So anyway, those are the 3, okay? They are calling it the Ombre Intense formula because they are more pigmented, they are more colorful. They are called High Intensity Eyeshadow Palettes. They are $160 each. My understanding, they are limited edition. My understanding at this point is those 3 are only available at the Chanel boutiques, and then they'll be on Chanel online. Don't know if they're going to be at other retailers. I haven't been able to get confirmation. I have been told many times before, oh, it's only going to be in boutiques, and then it pops up at Bergdorf's or Nordstrom or whatever. I was originally told that the Byredo palettes were only on Byredo and Nordstrom, and then they popped up at Bergdorf's. So I don't trust anything anymore, not because the essays aren't honest. I think the essays are honest. I think they do their jobs very well. I think things change. You know, and I think that's really all it is. We're gonna move to the holiday collection. 2 notes about the holiday collection. There is one eyeshadow quad because you've got, you know, the 9 pans being released at the same time. There are 2, what they're calling illuminating powder blushes, which I have. There are 2 lilacs, which is the lilac. They have one that is purple, and I'll put it on my hand. These are the Ultra Tenues. It's the Ultra Wear Shine Liquid Lip Color. This is 559 Nebulise. I went with this one because the whole collection is kind of a cool tone purple bluish thing, and so I went with this. This is not a shade that's gonna look great on me, okay? But I know a lot of women who have a much deeper skin tone than me that are gonna love this shade, and it's gonna look phenomenally good. So I'm thrilled that Chanel is like mixing it up and having different shades. The other one that they're doing is a magenta, like a pink, and it looks very similar to the one that I used last year for holiday, which is why I did not pick it up, because I was like, it's really similar. There's a mascara, which I did pick up, even though it's the Noir mascara, which is not my favorite because it's purple. And again, it goes with the collection, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. The liners, there are 2 liquid liners. One is red, which I was like, okay, because they always do like a red for the holiday. The other one, I thought it was gonna be purple, but if you remember, the one from last year was purple, which was a great shade and I still love. But there is another one that is called Flamboyant. I had to pick it up, and you'll see why. I had to pick it up because it is the color of my hair. Plus, you know, flamboyant. I'm like, okay, that's me. So I had to get it, guys. Now, the fact is, this is not a shade that I'm gonna wear a lot on my eye, but I feel like with certain looks, I'm just like, you know, widening it out for you. I think with certain looks, this would actually work. Like, I think you could do the burnt orange. The reddish shade that they have, I always feel like that's an editorial look that looks great, but in real life, are you really gonna wear red liquid eyeliner? I mean, I don't know. Like this purple might be too purple for me, but there's lots of men and women that can wear this, that it'll look great, because it'll, you know, they'll have a deeper skin tone. Me, on the other hand, being so pale, it's pretty stark. Eyeshadow. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is my favorite colorway that Chanel has done in the last 10 years. This is it on my hand. You'll see close-ups. This is the quad. It is all purples and blues. That's all it is. And I love it. I love it. Like, I saw it and I was like, I am done. Not everyone's gonna love it because it's purple blue. Like, that's, you know, and slightly gray. I want to pull out the Utopia because somebody mentioned, they're like, oh, it's the same as Utopia. It's the same as Utopia in the sense of formula, but it's not the same color story in any way, shape, or form. But it is the same type of formula. And Utopia was a huge favorite of mine. I really liked Utopia. I mean, I still like Utopia. I did check out Rivage, which was another favorite of mine from Chanel. And it does have the blue in it, but of course, Rivage has the cream and the brown. And, you know, that one is probably a better all-around quad than this one, because this is only going to be for cool tone lovers who, you know, like me, like the blue-purple thing, but love the blue-purple thing, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's just that simple. The blushes that are illuminating powder blushes, I love an illuminating powder blush. I think that's like my favorite thing. Again, these are all limited edition because it's the holiday collection, all limited edition. None of this is part of the regular collection. We have Rose and we have Pesh. I will use them both today. We'll figure out a way to be creative and use them. Okay, so let's first talk about what's on my lips. Again, this is the Nebulous something. And it's purple. No doubt it is a purple shade, but I think it's actually quite beautiful. I have learned to really like the lacs. I think they work really well. They do not dry out my lips. It again is a very purple shade, but it really does go with the collection. And I think, you know, if you like those shades or if they work well on you, I'm gonna take Boy by Chanel. This is the shade that I end up using like almost all the time. And Nude Brune, and just kind of warm it up a little. And it's not really warming it up, it's kind of pinking it up. Still purple, but you know, made it a little less purple so that it doesn't look as intense on me. Again, I'm gonna use the two shades. I wanna show you up close. You'll see these two up close. In natural light, these are outside, so you can have outdoor shots. I took these yesterday when we were, when we had sun. We have sun today too, but you never know in Massachusetts. So I had sun and I was like, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweep my finger over the whole thing, but I'm also gonna get you a stripe of the white, which I'll do first. I'll put it up here, just so you can see. I don't think there's a difference between the two white. No, there is. Okay. Make sure this is a close-up. But this white is from the Pesh, and this white is from the Rose. So there is a difference. Now, when I look at these, I'm trying to see if it's 3 shades or 2 shades. Made in Italy, 14 grams, 0.48 ounces, 18 months. I don't have the specifics on each piece yet because, again, the official launch date is not until October. I can't give you an exact date yet, but the official launch date is until October. That doesn't mean they won't come out before then online, just saying. Each one comes with a little brush, which I never use, but it is convenient for travel. Let's use the lighter shade as like a blush highlight. We'll use a very soft, this is a highlighting brush from Chikuhodo. I forgot which number this one is, but I'll put it down below. So we're gonna use this one. This is literally a highlight, and the name of the brush is Highlight. That's the brush. So for me, and I think most people, this is gonna be an excellent blush highlighter. Don't think, now again, I'm using a very soft brush. I don't think it has a ton of pigment. I will try swatching it with my finger in just a second so you guys can see. But I take this to be more, you know, more highlighty. So let me take my finger and going over the pink. Yeah, it's a very light shade. Even if that's just the pink. I didn't put the white in there. You can see it. That's it right there. It almost doesn't show up. So just, that one's very light. For the Pesh, I'm going to use it almost like contour slash, well, we'll see what it actually ends up looking like. But I want a little bit of a denser brush for that. So this is a Sonia G brush. This is the Niji Pro brush. This is what I used almost as a bronzer brush before they came out with their bronzer brush. Sonia G has one. Again, very light, very highlighting, both of them. Because this is a denser brush, guys. On me it works because I am so incredibly pale, but it's also powdery, but that's mostly because of the way I did it. We will put it next to the pink. Pink, Pesh. I do feel like there's 3 different shades. When I look at these and I look at them straight on, they look like the same shade, but if you look at them at an angle, I think there's 3 shades in here. I think there's 1, 2, 3 different shades. There are 3 shades. There's 3 shades in here. There's this shade, and this shade. And the same is true in the Rose because this one is a little different than this one. Now, I may be shown wrong when they actually come out with the descriptions, but I'm fairly sure these are different shades. Slightly different, but they look different to me. Yeah, if I look at it from an angle, like I'm looking at it while they're flat on my desk right now, they look like 3 shades, not 2. That would be what I would go with. That's my final decision. There's 3 shades in there. Blush 20. This is a shade, this is Le Beige's. This is one of their blushes, and the shade has been out of stock for forever. It's one of my favorites. It's 20, and I've been trying to get it for like the longest time. I'm gonna put a little bit of it on because this is even a little light for me, which is saying something, guys. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the highlighting powders. They are very light. How do I want it? You know what? I'll just Let's see how good the formula. This is one of my favorite shades. I discovered how much I liked the stick blushes earlier this year when I was using the pink and the orange one, and I'm like, this is a great formula. And then I checked out the old formula and I was like, where have I been? I didn't realize how great these are. 20 is my favorite. It's such a good shade. Such a good shade. Oh my goodness, such a good shade. Okay, so the highlighter blushes are very light. I would not rely on them for any type of deep blush. I'm not gonna use this liner because I just feel like a bright orange with this blue look is not gonna work. So I'm gonna pull out blue Carbone, but first we're gonna put the eye look together. All right, so let's take, I have so many brushes all over my desk right now because I've been trying so many new palettes for, you know, fall and holiday that it's just like, it's a disastrous mess right now. So I gotta clean up. And I still have to put together my sale, my pre-loved sale, which I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. So this, I'll show you the shade I'm pulling out. This shade right here. It looks to me like a satin. Everything on my face today is Chanel, including my eyebrows. I use their brow product, which is not my favorite, which is why I don't really love the way my brows look today, but it is the Chanel, what shade is this? Auburn. Brow product in Auburn. That's the shade. We are going to deepen it up with this shade, which is the deepest. It's almost gray. It's a very, very blue gray, like a Wedgwood almost grayer. It's the color of my bedroom, actually. And I'll clean up the outside later. No fallout yet. So those are the two shades. This one's definitely a matte. This is more of a satin. And these are like shimmery shades. Let's use this one on the eye. It's a deeper shade than it looks. As you can see, I'm patting that in. Not sweeping. Okay, now this ice blue shade. Use my finger. I love this look. Like I said, this is not gonna be for everyone. Some people are gonna be like, it's too blue. Let me put on the blue Carbone so you can see what that looks like. Yeah, perfect. It's literally the perfect shade for this one. I'm kind of sad I didn't come up with a blue liner with this collection because I think it's a missed opportunity, or purple, but that's blue Carbone, which is literally perfect for this. They did have the purple liner last year, but honestly, guys, like it would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. All right, Chanel mascara. So it's purple. This is the Allure mascara. This is the Noir mascara. This is not my favorite mascara. I always feel like it flakes. On me, it just flakes. This is Anthracite mascara, Noir Allure, number 77. So let's see how the purple looks. All right, guys, that is the full look with purple mascara and all. All right, so overall, if we're talking, oh, I should show you nail polishes. So we have two nail polishes. We have Cosmique, which I had to get because it was the purple one. And we have Alchemist, which is the same color as the eyeliner, which I absolutely love because, again, perfect. So I might have my pedicure done this shade. I really, really like those shades. This is what it looks like on white paper. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different on nails, but you get the gist. I mean, it's a very coppery orange and it has some sparkle to it. And then the Cosmique is a very deep, deep, dark purple, almost like the lip color. So if I were to look at this collection and tell you what to buy, I would say get the Nuit Astrale eyeshadow. It's $3.97. It's limited edition. I think it's gonna go fast. I think it's gonna be the first to sell out. I've said many times that Chanel doesn't really do blues and purples. I would buy this. I think if you are somebody who's like me, who loves blues, loves purples, loves a cool color story, this is very, very unique for Chanel. There was a color story that I had from years back, 20 years, called Blue Celeste, that actually has very similar colors to this, but it was more satins and mattes. I have not seen anything like this from Chanel in a very long time. So buy the eyeshadow. That's mine. By the eyeshadow. The mascara, I am not a big fan of the Noir Allura mascara. We'll see if this one flakes, but it, you know, all the others are flaked, so I'm gonna assume this one flakes, but you know, you never know. If you want a really deep purple mascara, this basically looks almost black and it goes really well with the look. So if you like the mascara formula, yeah, it'd be fun. Like, it's a little bit different. The blushes, the illuminating blushes. In my opinion, if you're buying these for blush, don't bother. They are highlighters. If you're buying them for a very soft effect highlighter, however, they are lovely. But if you're buying them for blush, I just don't see it. I mean, they're not really showing up on my skin, and there's not too many people that much paler than me. So again, it could just be my take, but if you're buying them for blush, I wouldn't bother. If you're buying them for a highlighter, and a subtle, beautiful highlighter, Chanel does highlighters extremely well, then yes, and they're both really nice. There is a slight difference on the face. The Pesh is more peach, the Rose is more pink, so I would go with either a warm or cool color story depending on, you know, your coloring. The lip. I think if you have a deeper skin tone, this is gonna look phenomenal. I think if you are like me and incredibly pale, unless this is your look, unless you're somebody who wears this type of look, which is more of a vampy, more of a goth kind of look, it's gonna be too purple. But you know, some people that's their look. So again, yes. The liquid eyeliners, there's red and there's the orange one. I don't think either one is like an everyday kind of thing at all, but I do think the orange one is fun, especially because of my hair. Like, so I enjoy it. Plus, I could use it for other things. Like, you don't have to just use it as an eyeliner because it's really thin line. You can draw stuff with it. You can do fun stuff with it. You could do designs on your eyes with it, you know, if you're somebody who does that type of thing. The red, I just think is too red. That's me personally. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I should say about this collection. The nail polishes, I think they're both really good, actually. I think this purple is perfectly in line with the rest of the collection, and it's a really deep, rich purple, which would look really great on a manicure. I mean, I think it would look phenomenal. And this color is like one of my favorite colors. Again, I bought the eyeliner just because I love that color so much, like, because it's like my hair, so it's fun. Yeah, so those are the things that I would recommend and the things that I would not recommend. The holiday sets. So I don't know if this applies to all of holiday or it just applies to the sets, but I was told very clearly that the locations, the retailers, will get all of the amount that exists that they're going to get all in one shipment. So let me kind of clarify. So if you are Nordstrom and you get the holiday sets, which they always do, what used to happen is they'd get one location. Let's say I'm in Boston, right? So let's say the Boston, I guess the only Nordstrom in Boston is Burlington. Well, there's a couple, but the Burlington Mall Nordstrom. Let's say they were going to get 10 of each. I think there's a whole bunch of more. I know there's more sets. I've seen them, but I forget how many there are. There might be 10. So let's say there's 10 sets, and the Nordstrom Burlington gets 10 of each. So they get 100, right? What happened last year online and in stores is that there would be 50 available and then they'd sell out. And then there'd be 50 available and then they'd sell out. And then there'd be 20 available and then they'd sell out. What they're gonna do now is they're gonna send to the physical locations all of the product they're gonna get, the shipment date that it ships for the launch date, and that's it. And that's all they will have. It will not be replenished. It's just that we have this amount and that's it. That doesn't mean other locations can't transfer. Like in Nordstrom, I used to work for Nordstrom forever ago. You know, you could always call another store and try to get something transferred to you. Usually they don't want to do it if it's a high value item, just saying. But you can do that, okay? So, and Chanel's can do it too. They can transfer between stores, blah, blah, blah. But physical locations will just have a certain amount. So when they say they're sold out, they will be sold out. I don't know if it just means the sets or if it means all of holiday collection that I just showed you. I'm not absolutely sure about that yet, so ask your SAs. The online aspect, I have no idea, because online is run differently than the physical stores. Like it's a different division basically. So, and different retailers handle their online versus in-store differently as well. So that's a whole nother thing. The answer is I don't know. This is what the sets look like this year, and it's a really beautiful Nuit, like very deep blue with, it's all tweed. It's an all tweed, but do you see the sparkle? I'm in sunlight, by the way. I'm in natural one. But can you see the sparkle in it? It's throughout the tweed. And it might be my favorite bag they've ever done. It's like a black and a blue and then sparkle. It's really nice. The holiday packaging will also be available, and it will be blue. It will be a really beautiful Nuit blue, and so that's coming very soon as well. And if you have any questions about the sets or anything else, let me know. The 9 pans, I will have videos, I will have everything, but you got to see the swatches today. I don't know how fast they'll sell out, and I don't know how many there are. I'm sorry, I wish I did, but I don't have that information. It's just not available to me at this point. I want to mention one other thing about the holiday collection. You probably figured this out, but it's all about, you know, nighttime. So Chanel refers to it as to celebrate under a starry sky illuminated by 5 iconic house emblems: the lion, the ear of wheat, the pearls, the camellia, and the comet. And the comet. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the perfume. And the comet. Inspired by Celestial Enchantment, Chanel Makeup Creation Studio and Cécile Parvina of the Comets collection present the Holiday 25 collection, a play of warm and cool contrast in radiant limited edition shades. Discover spatial gray and metallic orange, midnight blue, and chrome red, bold, mysterious colors that capture the magic and duality of the festive season. So that's the Chanel's thought process behind the entire collection. I know there's going to be a lot of questions about the launch date. At this point, I got October for you guys. That's all I can really say at the moment. So thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.